Let's go.
Hello, this is Mo Man in the morning. Good Mo Man to you. Today, part 4 of our series on the agonizing pain in which I live every day. Got him. I thought you'd like that one. I really did. Oh, you like that one. Okay. Hello and welcome to Just Add Movies. Darcy's over there dying a little bit, but I'm Andy and we are here to talk about the number one grossing film of all time.
This is episode 4. Tom Holland thought it was wedding.
You're going to have to explain that one. I've got nothing.
Well, if anyone didn't actually know, we're talking about the most grossing movie of all time, Avengers Endgame.
Correct.
And in this movie, the Russo brothers actually told Tom Holland the end scene was a wedding, but it wasn't. It was a funeral.
Oh, yeah, right. I didn't know that. A little bit of trivia right there. I did not know that.
Well, there's only a handful of people who knew, and there was some they had to tell because they knew they'd spoil it.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Ruffalo, Tom Holland.
Name dropper! Dropping names.
Mark Ruffalo.
You'd be horrible in high school. I'm glad I didn't go to high school with you. You dubbing mother. We need a beep.
Is this really going to...
We need a beep.
This isn't going to bother me. It's not like Mark Ruffalo's going to knock on my door and go, "Oi,
I heard what you've been saying about you on your shitty little podcast."
Like, "Oi, can you not?" Anyway, we're talking about the highest grossing movie of all time.
Gruesome. Nice.
Grossing.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Higher grossing movie of all time.
Correct.
Avengers Endgame.
Yes.
We'll kick it off with the director. Back again. Russo brothers.
Yeah, they are.
Same again as Infinity War for the writers, Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFlee. So the synopsis of this movie. After the devastating axe from Thanos, Earth's mightiest heroes come together to bring everyone back who was infected by the snap. This movie involves time travel and epic scenes. So stay tuned and listen to us talk about the most epic movie of 2019. What a movie it was.
It was hectic.
So we got the cast here as well. It's the same again. We got Robert Downey Jr. We got now Brie Larson.
Which, if you listen to our last episode, is your biggest fan.
Yeah, definitely.
You're her biggest fan, rather.
Yeah.
She probably doesn't know who you are. Probably. She might.
I don't give a shit.
I don't think she does.
We got Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, Josh Brolin, Jeremy Renner, Karen Gillan, and Mark Ruffalo. Now,
Karen Gillan, funny thing about her,
yeah,
I didn't know she was the love out of Jumanji.
Yeah.
Like the Jumanji remake. And I was like, oh, she's actually a chick. And she's actually pretty hot.
And did you know that she was actually Scottish?
No?
Yeah, I listened to an interview of her and she starts speaking Scottish and I'm going,
ooh. Oh.
Ooh.
Is that right?
Well, there you
I did
go.
not know. Oh, there you go.
Well, there you go.
Right. Well, I've got a quick Google search and we've got some ratings, as we will often do on this program from now on. I've got IMDb, same as Infinity War, at 8.5.
Oh. I would have given it higher.
Yeah, so did I. I got Rotten Tomatoes, which was not surprising. Here we go, 94%. That's where you think it's going to be.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct.
That's 100%. And remember our mates at Metacritic?
Yeah, let's
remember those guys.
These hard bastards gave it.
So these guys, now remembering they gave Infinity War a 68.
Yep.
We got Endgame. You want to have a stab at what they got?
74%.
Oh, so close. 78. 78%.
That's all right.
Which is not bad for these guys, which is probably the hardest critics in the universe, apparently.
Yeah, right. I'll give it to that. Yeah.
So, okay.
Yep.
This movie had a budget of $356 million.
Oh, I was expecting a
But,
bit more.
as we mentioned, is the highest grossing film of all time. Sunk the Titanic.
Destroyed Avatar.
By not much, believe it or not. Not all that much.
It got in by a hair freckle.
It got it. And it's still only sitting at just above at $2.7 billion. That's a lot of money.
That is.
That is more money than we'll ever see in our lifetime.
I'll never see
Unless
that.
we win the Powerball, which, you know.
We'll still never come close to that.
But I don't know when Powerball's ever going to be $2.7 billion.
It never will.
Probably not.
Never will.
But that's a lot of money, man. That's a crazy amount of money.
Oh, yeah. Like,
That's-
well done to them. Like, they absolutely nailed it out of the park. But you also got to think this is
a
10
good
years
movie
in the making.
This is a good movie,
And the Russo brothers knew this was going to be huge, and they had to do everything right. And to be honest, they did.
They did. They absolutely did.
And, like, this movie...
The thing is, time travel is so hard to
nail. Like,
Yeah,
you
to
can't
perfect.
perfect it right. And they,
It is
to be honest,
impossible.
They did.
They totally did. They totally did.
They
And
brought-
I think they did with the quantum realm. They invented the quantum realm and they picked up from
Well,
that.
this
and
is
they
what
used that.
brings
But,
Ant-Man
that's-
into it.
That's right. But they did it so well. So yes, they had that pre-existing sort of time travel layout, groundwork, foundation, if you will. But they made this work.
Oh,
they
they did.
really did.
No, they absolutely nailed it. Like the way that they added in time travel with the whole storyline.
Mm-hmm,
Like they went back to Anyway, we'll get into the more like pros and cons about all this.
Yes, we will.
We got here is the first scene.
Yes.
I
Lay
wrote
it on me.
this. This is not me finding it on Google. I actually wrote this myself.
Right. See, I Google everything, so go you for being creative.
I just wrote this. I said, as the movie starts off with the classic Marvel Studio clip, you see the superheroes that were affected by the snap are edited out of those letters. If you actually look back, you will not see Black Panther. You will not see any of the characters that were
I noticed,
died
because I watched this last night, I noticed it was shorter
Yeah.
than usual, but I didn't even pick up on that,
Yeah,
actually.
there you go.
I did notice it was shorter, but I didn't even think, there you
Yeah,
go.
so you got the Marvel letters with the song Dear Mr. Fantasy by Traffic, cuts to a beaten up Tony Stark playing paper football with Nebula as they try and pass the times while stuck in the dark.
Can I stop you there?
What?
You're wrong.
What?
You're absolutely incorrect.
They're playing paper football.
Yes, no, you're right, but that's not the first scene.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You see him playing, get the
Yes,
ball.
that is the second scene.
That's the first scene.
No, it's not. The first scene is Hawkeye and his family at the picnic
God damn
right
it.
before the snap.
Just to be honest, I wrote this myself after I watched the movie.
Oh, I schooled your ass. Yes, you're right. That is the first scene. But
No,
can
that
I?
was the
No,
that was before
because
the letters, though.
yes, it was.
That
yes.
was. Okay,
but
so-
it was technically the first scene. We open. It doesn't have any pre-scene. No pre.
I stand corrected.
That-
I do. That was actually the very first scene of the movie, but I stuffed up.
So-
I went after the movie, but can I finish it?
Sorry. Yeah, you go, because I have something to say about that.
Yes, I will go. Like, I did screw up there, guys. So I'm going to start again. As the movie starts off with the classic Marvel Studio clip, you see the superheroes that were affected by the snap edited out of the Marvel letters with the song Dear Mr. Fantasy by Traffic. Then it cuts up to a beaten Tony Stark playing paper football with Nebula as they try to pass the time while stuck in the dark of cold space. As the scene keeps going back and forth to Tony and Nebula flicking that triangle piece of paper, and then in the end, Nebula sealing the win. Then you see a Tony turning on the destroyed Iron Man helmet, recording a message to Pepper Potts, like he was saying goodbye to her forever, saying that there is no fuel, no food, and oxygen is about to run out. As Tony says goodbye to Pepper, he lays his head down in the order to sleep and take his final breath. Nebula lays him down on the captain's seat, which then leaves him to rest. As time goes by, his face starts to light up, and it can only be one bloody person. As Tony rubs his eyes and can barely see due to the bright light, he sees freaking Captain Marvel.
Your favorite.
Yay. Yes, like you did touch on, that is the second scene. I did write this after I saw the movie, so I completely forgot about that first bit.
All right. I'll let it slide this time. But I only bring that up because I have an interesting fact about that first Hawkeye scene.
Yes.
I read last night, in fact, that scene was originally part of the ending of Infinity War. So that, because it's pre-snap, right?
Yep.
So this is him with his family, and then all of a sudden turns around and they're all dusty. They wanted that in the original scene right before it cuts to Bucky fading in
Yep.
Infinity War. So it was supposed to go snap, because Hawkeye's not in Infinity War
No.
at all.
Either is, if you can
And
tell,
so-
Ant-Man isn't either.
That's right. So the whole idea was that they'd be on Wakanda and people would be fading. Then randomly, for whatever reason, it would play that scene of Hawkeye,
glad they did it.
Hawkeye there, then his family dissipating, then back to Wakanda for Bucky to disappear. That was the original plan. That didn't happen because they thought, well, that's a bit, we haven't seen Hawkeye
Yeah, and just chucking
at
it
all.
at the end.
So it seems a bit sort of jumpy to sort of do that. And they said, well, why don't we're going to start it off in Endgame, because that way it'll give people a sort of previously on, like it would then catch people up.
Yes.
Like it was a show like previously on Avengers. Yeah. I know, it's ridiculous. But that's what would happen. That's what would happen. Yeah. Meanwhile, at the Avengers cave. So that's because they live in a cave.
Because they live in a cave.
Because they live in a cave now. So that's what was going to happen. And I thought, okay, cool. So you're right. I'm glad they didn't. And I really liked the way they did this.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool because a little catch up of boom. And then it gives him reason to reappear in Endgame and
Yeah.
have quite a significant role in said
Yeah,
film.
they gave him a bit of a major role.
They
didn't
really did, considering it's Hawkeye.
It's like I've always been a fan of Hawkeye though.
Yeah?
I've always liked Hawkeye.
I thought Clint was probably one of the least interesting superheroes.
If you go back
I'm
into
not
his
a
story, he's
fan
actually
of.
have a really
I'm
good
not
one.
a super fan of bow and arrows. Like, not when you're talking guns, and like I get he's a really, really good marksman. Is that what they're called? Marksman with bow and arrow. I think that's what they're called. But
Yeah.
the
Archers.
I don't know. I think for a superhero, but I mean it's all comics and what have you. So there we go.
Yeah, I liked him.
But the
I've
first
always
scene,
liked
that
him.
first scene, I thought was really cool. But a little fun fact for you that was actually supposed to be in.
Oh, there you go. I did not know
It was
that.
originally shot for Infinity War. So there you go. But you're absolutely right. It didn't fit at all.
No, it didn't fit the way that it did, but...
No.
But yeah,
Anyway.
I'm just going to talk about it, and I'm going to have another rant here. Captain Marvel pisses me off. And I'm putting I'm
Here
going
we
to
go.
I'm just going to rant. I was going to put this in my cons, but I just went, nah, you know what?
We
Fuck
can't
this.
even wait. Can't even wait. We're
I
just
said,
going to go.
nah, screw this. I am going to have a rant about Captain Marvel. The bit she saves Iron Man. I knew that was going to happen because, well, there wasn't really anyone else. Oh, sorry.
The look of frustration and just sheer anger in your face.
They're all talking about how they're going to get this done. They know where Thanos is, and she just goes, righto, I'm going to go get him.
Yeah, the cockiness.
Like, the cockiness about it. And it just, I think that's the Brie Larson. Like, she's brought herself into the character. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Keep your shit at home. Keep yourself at home. You're meant to play the most powerful superhero in the MCU. And she just and thing is, she's so up herself about it, and she knows it. And she's like, all right, I'm just going to go get him. And they're like, whoa. Like, even
Do you
they were
think
like,
that?
whoa.
Do you think that maybe your idea of her, like, yes, she was cocky in that scene, but do you think that's your preconceived idea of her? So you were getting extraordinarily angry at it because you know that she's a bit of a cow.
Oh, she's a cow. Like,
So,
that's just me not liking Brie Larson.
That's right. So do you
But
think that
no.
maybe that is affecting your opinion on the character
On
of
the
Captain
character,
Marvel?
It is. But I'm still there going, like, I'm going to, I'll be back. I'll go get him myself. Like, oh, well, like, where have you been all this time? She's like, oh, well, there's other planets that don't have you. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for more female superheroes.
Okay.
I'm all for it. Like, chuck them in. I like the idea of Captain Marvel. I think they just fucked up on the cast.
Okay.
I don't like Brie
Interesting.
Larson at all. I
No,
never liked
that's-
any of her
that's true.
movies that she was in. Like, she is the Matthew McConaughey.
Hey, all right.
I
That-
hate her.
That's a very-
hate's a very
okay.
strong word.
That's-
Hate's a very strong word. I just don't like her. I think they screwed up. I think the whole cockiness about her, and she's like, she just pretty much, I'll be right back.
Yeah,
I'm just
I'm gonna kill
do it
Thanos.
myself. Like,
Yeah,
no,
okay.
like we've lost a lot here.
We're all gonna go
We're all
together.
going to together, and she
Yeah.
just went like, oh well, and then at the end, then after that, she pisses off.
But that, yeah.
So right, I'm done. Bye.
After the 5 years. But she goes down, if you remember, when they're floating above Titan. Oh, no, not Titan. That planet that he's on.
The garden.
The garden. That's it. She goes down and says, I'm going to go down and go do some recon. Goes down, comes back, says there's no armies, no life forms of any kind, blah, 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 blah. So she does the right thing there. Like, she could have gone down and smashed him and cut his head off and then
Like I
done
said,
with it.
I like the aspect of Captain Marvel. I like the character.
Yeah.
I just don't
I
like
think
Brie
you really
Larson.
have it in for Brie Larson.
I
that you
don't
really
like her.
just-
I don't like her.
Okay.
That's
fair
it.
enough.
But I'll just say that's my rant over about her. That's
Okay.
it.
No, fair
But
cop.
I thought
Fair
it
cop.
was, yeah.
Righto. Well, we've covered the first scene, so let's get into... Do you want to hear some bad reviews? Because there was...
How bad?
I know. I was curious, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to Google some bad reviews of Endgame and just see what comes up. And there was 2.
2?
Oh, no, there was a lot.
Oh.
There's a lot of good ones. Like, everybody loved this movie, but I think because
Two
it was
bad ones?
because it was so big. No, this was just on this particular website.
Oh, righto.
That so many people loved this movie, and it was so big that, of course, you're going to get those people that are like, I'm going to write that I hated it because they're dicks. So there's 2. Made me laugh. So the first one, I don't agree with these. I should explain. I do
No,
not
I
agree with
won't
these
either.
at all, and I know you won't. But again, conversation starters. So, one was, I don't even want to spend my time here writing how bad this movie was. It was just so awful. Shut up, dickhead. No, it wasn't. How? I don't know. They didn't go on to explain. That's all they wrote. Was I'm not going to waste my time writing
think
how
that was a
bad this
troll.
movie was. And I'm like, yeah, that's right.
think
I'm like,
someone just wanted to piss
no,
people off and go,
you're a dickhead. You're a dickhead. Everybody loved this movie. Like, I can't speak for the entire world, but a lot of people love this movie. You and I
Highest
included.
grossing movie of all time. Of course, people loved
It's
it.
it's pretty up there. So another one was a visually spectacular train wreck. Mm-hmm. Let me go on. Visually stunning with some action scenes with some of the worst writing ever and dialogue since the last Hallmark movie. So disrespectful to the viewer and the comic book and the fans. A bloated, hollow commercial project by the Disney Sith.
Disney Sith.
The Disney Sith thing got me. That got me last night. I was like, wow. Wow.
That's a good one.
That's good, isn't it?
I like
The evil Sith Lord of Disney.
Mickey Mouse in a friggin' black with gold.
Order 66.
66.
Exactly.
What's this about not watching the Avengers Star Wars?
Right. So these two particular people didn't like it.
You know what I say to that?
You're a dickhead.
Get fucked.
I enjoyed that. That made me laugh. But the Disney Sith. So, what do you got? Pros?
I'm going to go.
Pros and cons?
We're going to go cons.
Cons first.
Cons, because I always like to end it on a good note.
Mm-hmm.
I only had one. Only
One
one con.
Okay.
And I know you're going to very disagree with me because we touched on this in the first one in episode 3.
That's not like me.
Mark Ruffalo as the CGI Hulk. Did not like it.
You're right. I totally disagree with you.
I didn't like it.
Absolutely right.
Like I said, I want to see more Hulk smash.
Yeah, okay.
I want to see that. I want to see
textbook Hulk.
I
get
do
it.
understand. I like the whole idea of it. You know, making the brains and the brawns together, and like Bruce Banner can actually do a lot more.
Okay.
Without taking the suit away. He's now the Hulk, and like I do like the idea of it. I just found the Hulk's accent was shit. I felt like there was Mark Ruffalo's voice mixed in with Hulk's voice.
Oh, really?
Like I found that way. Like
so it's just a little bit deeper, a little bit.
And
sort
when
of
he was there, when he
bigger.
tried to put on the glove, and he goes, "The radiation's all mainly gamma."
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
could see
yeah.
like he wasn't like his mouth wasn't moving properly. It was half his mouth moving.
Yeah. So you reckon the CGI?
The CGI on it was shit.
It's not good. Yeah. Okay.
I just found Mark Ruffalo in some bits he was. I wouldn't say he has the right to be cocky because he is big and powerful now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when they went to like the time travel, when he went back in, he sees like the original Hulk from the Avengers.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like,
It's trying to stuff.
Stars!
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yes,
and he's sitting there going,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Yeah. Smashes the cab. Yeah.
Just arose the car, and I'm like,
But
oh, come on, man. You know what he acts like. You can do better than that.
yeah, but that was the comic.
That was the
comedy.
Yeah,
that was the comedy about it. But, yeah,
it was
that's
meant to
right.
be funny, but like, I didn't like the whole CGI. I think to be
Yeah.
honest, I think they just didn't put any time and effort into it. Like, I just felt like
Interesting take.
I just felt like his facial expressions could have been done a lot
Yeah,
better.
I agree with that. I agree that the CGI was bad, especially when he's in the restaurant and you first see him as
like
the,
when he's
as
like,
Smart Hulk, as they call it.
Green.
Yeah. I get it. You're right, because the mouth and that the CGI wasn't great,
When he's
and
like,
I'll admit that.
I will admit the funniest bit I've met like of Hulk was Ant-Man trying to.
Hey, you want to photo with me?
He's trying to eat his taco, and we're going.
Oh, yeah. He gives
and then
him
Hulk
2
just
more.
gives him 2 more. And this
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
But I was still there going like, I don't like it. I want to see Hulk smash. I want him see him beating the
Which
crap
you did
out
not
of him.
see at all in Endgame.
Didn't. That's
Not
what I
even a
was
little.
saying. Like the only time I've ever seen Mark Ruffalo transform into the Hulk was the first Avengers.
Yeah.
And like I was pissing myself when he's like he's about to help in the elevator. They're all like, whoa,
Yeah.
wait, whoa, maximum
Yeah,
weight.
yeah.
Take the stairs. He's like,
Too many stairs.
Like,
Yeah.
I was losing it. I thought that was the best. That was the Hulk I want to see.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to hear, and then like he just busts open the door, and like there goes
Yeah.
friggin' Tony Stark,
Yeah.
across the room. He's like,
The Tesseract going. Yeah, that was an important part, but because of
that
the
was
whole,
like
the whole
like,
thing.
He starts
like he takes
talking.
Tesseract.
I loved it. I loved Hulk in like in the originals,
Yeah.
like in the first Avengers film, or like the 2.
Yep.
Just did not like this one.
I don't know. I liked it. I think it's cool. Like, yes, the Hulk smash is great and it's enjoyable. But I really like this because you see Bruce Banner and he's a smart guy and he's just a normal smart guy, right? So you want to see seeing a smart Hulk is cool, I think. It's just I really liked it. I thought it was cool him being able to control him, and him when he said I've always seen him as a disease but now I can see him as the cure. Like, I don't know.
Like I said,
I really
liked
liked
the
it.
idea
I really
of it.
liked
I
it.
liked the idea of it.
Yeah.
I just think
the
they
execution was not great. I agree, because the CGI could have been better.
I reckon
especially
they just
for,
put little
for
effort
Marvel
into it.
stuff.
Little effort into
Yeah.
it. Little.
Yeah.
And I reckon they could have done a
But
lot
it
more if
wasn't
they
a-
focused on it.
It wasn't a main thing.
No, I know, but I'm just
Especially
saying,
that like those talking scenes weren't really. And then when he was when they go back to 2012 and he's on the roof. And then the Ancient One smashes him out of the Hulk's body, and then
That was like,
yeah.
I like that.
Okay,
I like
cool.
Mark Ruffalo.
That was cool. Yeah,
I do. I like Mark Ruffalo as
He's
the
a
Hulk.
good actor.
I reckon he's good at Bruce Banner. I reckon he's good. He's a good choice. I just did not like the whole CGI thing. I just didn't like it.
Okay,
That's
a fair call.
That's
I
my
will wear that.
only con. Well, apart from Captain Marvel, that's my only con. Actually, no, I've got two cons.
Oh, go on.
How friggin' Captain Marvel just came in at the end of the day and just destroyed Thanos' shit. I'm like, oh, come on. Like,
Oh,
really?
yeah, right. Yeah.
Like,
She
really
takes the
got to
whole...
add her into it. And then when Thanos just headbutts her and she just still there not moving,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
come on. Like, you destroy
His
Captain
ship.
Marvel's ship.
Yeah.
No, you destroy
Thanos' ship.
Sorry, Captain America's shield.
Oh,
You
yeah.
beat everyone to a pulp, but you can't
Yeah.
headbutt Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you wield the Infinity Stones, but you can't headbutt her and knock it to the ground. And so
Yeah.
what he does is just grabs
the stone and then punches it with it.
and then
Yeah.
pretty much punches with it. Her facial expression on that was hilarious because I'm like, yeah,
Take
yeah,
that, bitch.
yeah, bitch, yeah, that you just got Thanos.
You really don't like it, do you?
I don't like her.
Oh, that's funny.
I know, that's it. That's my only two.
Yeah,
cons.
well, actually, speaking of close to that scene, was my one con, and don't judge me on this. It's not for the reason you think, but the whole woman power thing.
I like
that
that.
shot of all the women, such a diversity move. Okay,
I liked it. I thought it was cool.
cheesy. It was cheesy as hell.
Oh, they could have done it better, but I actually liked the idea.
it was. She's not alone, and then it just shot all of it. Like, no, I'm sorry, no.
Like
It could have done without it. It didn't affect the movie in any way, but I was just like, cheesy, cheap, cheesy shot. Okay.
I'd like I said before, I'm all for more superhero, like female.
Look, don't get me wrong.
superheroes.
Don't.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. Don't
No,
take
no.
this the wrong way.
No,
Don't
I'm not.
take it in the fact that I'm saying, no, there shouldn't be any women in the MCU. No, I'm not saying that. Like, they're great, and they're great characters.
It was a very
okay?
cheesy shot.
But
I'm
it was
very-
such
yeah.
a cheesy shot. It was
I'm
just
never
a
looking at
really,
it.
really cheap move, and I was like, nah, don't like it.
We went and seen this. My wife and I went and seen this, and I kind of just like looked at her, and she just went, "Don't," and I went, "Girl power."
Yeah, exactly. That's
And-
exactly what it was.
She's like,
And it was
"No."
just like,
I
you really
liked it.
could-
I liked how they
Yeah.
get them all in one scene, but I didn't like. Don't worry, she's got help.
Yeah, it was just too
They're like,
cheesy.
all just come across
Yeah,
and Mantas, like holding her hands, going. "Oh."
Yeah, what is she gonna do? Like,
Well, she knows how to grab on and make people fall asleep.
okay, that's gonna really help you in a war.
Would you rather them asleep or would you like them fighting?
No.
Would you like them trying to kill you?
Just leave her in the Guardians. Keep her there.
No, I like.
I didn't like
I like
that.
the idea.
That
of
was
it.
my con. That was my biggest con, and I still to this day don't like that scene. It's just so dumb. I'm guessing you didn't like the scene either when they stop firing. The ship stops firing at the ground and shoots up. And
That's
they're like,
what
"What
I
are they
thought that was
firing?"
talking about
What are
before.
I know. Like, what are they firing at? And I bet you at that point just went.
Going,
"Ugh."
no.
I bet you just went.
No,
"Ugh."
no. And then the next thing you know,
But yeah. But you know what? I really liked that. I really did because I'm like,
Fuck
"Ooh, okay, here she comes." You hated when she went through the ship and then just went bang bang, crashed through the ship
And
and,
then,
just blew
like,
it
she
up.
just-
And I was
there's
like,
Peter.
I liked that.
here's Peter holding
I
the
liked
gauntlet, and she's like, "Hey, I'm Peter Parker." He's like,
Hey, Peter Parker.
"Hey, Peter Parker, you got something for me?" I was
Actually,
like,
there is some serious chemistry going on in that scene. I did notice that last night, actually.
well, speaking of that, a lot of people actually want them to collide.
Mhm.
A lot of the fans do because there is actually a lot of comics that there have Spider-Man and Captain Marvel do team ups.
Yeah, right.
So they actually were hoping for maybe even the new Spider-Man movie
Yeah, I was
have
gonna
her
say,
involved in
yeah.
it. And I'm like, no, just
They need
leave
like,
Spider-Man to do his
you
own
could
thing.
put-
He's got
yeah.
a lot of things to worry about.
Bring on Venom 2, I say.
Bring on freaking Morbius.
So stoked. Yeah,
Bring
that'd
on
be good.
Morbius because
Yeah,
now
Morbius
it's
would be
actually
good.
tying it all in.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting.
Yeah, anyway.
We'll
Sorry.
talk about Morbius in another time.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go with pros.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go pros.
Let's go pros.
I said
pros.
mainly the storyline, how they fixed him with time travel,
Mm-hmm.
how it goes back
Mhm.
to all the past MCU movies,
Yep.
and all its best moments.
Crashes through. Yep.
Like how they go back to the first Avengers film and the Battle of New York.
Yeah.
You get to see
Right in the old.
You see the Ancient
original.
One. You see
Yeah.
like all these original characters from the past movies.
Yep.
And they're all being like it's all going back to like back in time. Like
Yeah.
I loved my favorite bit out of all of it
Mm.
was definitely with Peter Quill, and you hear Redbone from the first scene of Guardians of the Galaxy when he starts like playing the thing. He's like,
Yeah, he starts singing and dancing, yeah.
I love that, and he's there like trying to sing, and then it cuts to him actually singing the song.
Yeah.
So he's an idiot.
So yeah.
I love that because that was one of my favorite scenes, and I love
I love when they do that. Like a couple of movies have done this. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I've seen it before. Like where they go back and they watch that scene from a different angle, like someone watching them, like exactly like that. Yeah. And you just go, "That's great." It's so good. And I was wondering about that. Like, do you reckon they reshot it? Do you reckon that
they had to for that last bit?
Yeah,
they would have had to.
Like,
definitely.
But so you reckon they would have used the same scene?
Definitely.
You know, where they're panning across with him, and then when they go, well, he's an idiot, where they shoot the back of him with him singing. Do you reckon that would have been reshot? Yeah.
I loved it. Yeah, I just liked how they went back, and what's the place called? Where they get the Soul Stone? Vormir. And like you see Red Skull again.
Yeah.
You see all that.
You see both of them, like Hawkeye and Black Widow, go up there, and you're like,
that hurt.
Oh, like because like they both go there, and you're like, this is gonna suck, and you don't know. But that's the thing. That's what I liked about it was in that scene, you don't know right up until till that very very end of that scene that you don't know who's gonna go.
No, because I was
one of them has to, but you just don't know who.
Jeremy
it's gonna be.
Renner can't go because I thought Hawkeye can't go because
I thought he was
going to. What's the point of him
to.
dying and then his family gets brought back to life?
Yeah,
that would have been a kick in the nuts. But then I thought Black Widow has got a movie coming out.
Yeah, but it's a prequel.
Yeah,
that's an origin story.
I didn't know that then because I remember they only.
You've seen the trailer, right?
No, this came out before they.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they announced that there was going to be a movie, but they did not tell what was going to happen until after the movie. And then as soon as like I've seen her like saying "Let me go," and then he couldn't hold on any longer, and I was like, no.
Yeah. I cried. I cried.
I choked up at that. I was
cried.
just like, no, not Black Widow. And then as soon as like they all came back and you see him just down on his knees and his hair's all wet.
And he's got the stone in his hand.
They're like, where's Nat? And kind of just like Nebula just kind of looked at her and went, oh no.
Yeah.
And then they all just kind of gathered it too because they're all like, just remember what happened to Gamora, and they're like, oh no. And then like he pretty much that was it. Like that to me, that was a very hard bit to watch.
It was definitely. I cried, man. I cried when she fell out. And she died, and they had that shot of her just with the blood on the head, and then I was like, "Oh, that hurt! That hurt so bad."
After that movie announced, they announced that it was going to be a prequel right after. It was going to be set after Civil War.
Oh, is that when it's set?
Yeah, it's set after Civil War. So she goes on the run.
Yeah, right.
Because she turns her back.
She released all that information.
She turned her back on like the government.
Yeah.
After she started helping out Captain America. She's on the run, so she's had to go back to Russia. Anyway, that's another movie that I'd like to see. I can't wait for that, actually. It looks really good.
Yeah. That scene, man, like that got me because I love that scene because you don't know. Like I said, right up until the very end, they're fighting, they're back and forth. You don't know who's going to go. And then he jumps and you're like, okay, it's him. And then all of a sudden, no. And then he's hanging there. I mean, it dragged on, but it didn't feel like it dragged on.
No, it was just
because
good.
it was really well done. It was really well written.
You still didn't know who was going to happen.
No.
You're sitting there going, who?
You're on the edge of your seat just going, I don't know. I cannot pick who's going to go. And then when she goes, it just gets you. It just hits you like a bag of shit.
Any of the deleted scenes that were meant to come out?
No, actually, no, I haven't.
That scene was originally meant to happen. Them two were meant to start fighting, and then Thanos' army comes through. They start going to Vormir and start attacking to try and get the stone. Then you see apparently when they start like firing and they think the explosion happens, and then Nat looks up and she sees Thanos walking towards. So that's when she starts running. She's like, "No, screw this! Like I'm not going. Letting him win." So she starts running and jumps off. That was originally meant to happen. She was meant to jump off and die. And next thing you know,
I don't like that. I like the way they did it.
No, that's why they cut it out.
And
I thought it doesn't make sense. Like, he doesn't catch on yet. I'm like, well, what's the point of him going to Vormir?
Yeah, that's right.
And how the hell did he get how did he know Vormir existed and where the stone was?
Yeah, that's right.
So that would still be a big plot hole. And I thought, oh, well, I'm glad they didn't do it that way. And there was like another as well with Tony Snap. He was meant to go to that area in when Thanos did, and you see young Gamora, and she's like, what did it cost?
Yeah,
he was meant to go to like his house.
Yeah.
And you see
his little
the
safe
grown-up
space kind of thing.
Morgan.
Yeah.
Who was played by, let me get it up, played by Australian's own Catherine Langford, which everyone does know. She is the star of the first couple of seasons of 13 Reasons Why, the Netflix show.
Correct.
Yeah, so she was meant to play the original, like she was meant to play a grown-up version of Tony's daughter, Morgan.
Yeah, okay.
So Yeah, so that was meant to be that was meant to happen, but they cut that out because they didn't really want it. They was going to drag on a bit too much.
Yeah,
And
it's
they
already
just,
3 hours, so yeah.
So it's already
fair
over
call,
3
fair
hours,
call.
and I kind of will take the whole like the emotion of Tony dying.
Yeah.
So yeah, that just kind of took that out, and yeah, so there you
Okay,
go. So
there
that
you
was
go.
the
I
original.
didn't know
that
about
was
that.
what
Yeah,
meant
right.
to happen, and I only just saw it. I think it was on YouTube. I watched it.
Yeah, right.
And even I went, oh, I'm glad they didn't put that in because I was
Yeah.
wondering because I remember seeing her on the thing and I actually liked 13 Reasons Why. I liked the show. And I was wondering where was she going to be and
Yeah,
she
yeah.
didn't hop up on the movie and I'm like, oh,
Okay.
all right, they just cut her out.
Shit,
So,
go
yeah.
away. 'Cause you're like,
Bit of a
yeah, I got
kick
in Avengers Endgame. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't, bitch.
What a kick in the pants.
It's like you just make,
Finally
like,
getting the
get
highest grossing movie of all time and you don't get any screen time. They cut you out.
Okay, no worries. But then she kind of did make a break in Knives Out, which I haven't seen yet.
No,
but
I haven't
apparently
seen that,
she's
but apparently it's
good.
very good.
Yeah, I wanna see
It's
that.
very good. Yeah, I want to see that.
Okay, what are your pros?
The filmmaking side of things, the time travel.
Mm.
So I was really, really impressed with the fact that they nailed time travel. Like I said in the other one, I hadn't seen Ant-Man before this.
Yep.
So I hadn't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yep.
So the whole concept of time travel and the quantum realm and all that shit didn't make sense to me whatsoever with Endgame. No idea. Was just like, okay, cool, that must be a pre-existing thing. Had no idea. So rewatching it again after I'd seen that was like
Makes
awesome,
more sense to me
awesome.
now.
Because they got to go back, they got to get the pin particles, they got to get all that stuff. So that made so much more sense. You know, I did my own breakfast here because I really should have watched this stuff before.
Dug your own hole there, mate.
I did, I really did. But time travel is such a hard, risky thing to pull off
Yeah.
in any movie ever.
Like, there's only a few movies that kind
So-
of nailed it. Like, you got Terminator.
And this was such, yeah, exactly.
You got,
And
yeah.
this was to be such a big movie, and they knew that. That was a massive, massive risk to take
Yeah.
to bring in time travel. They nailed it, and they absolutely nailed it.
I think they had to
So-
actually go into science about this. They had to actually get some big background
Yeah,
shit to
surely
happen.
they would. Like, they've created a quantum realm deal, so surely you would have had to have worked out a whole thing before making this movie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, make this whole quantum realm thing legit before you can just go, yeah, we'll go through the quantum realm.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
let's do that and mix it
The,
with
the fact, a con, I guess, for me was when Tony was in the living room and he's like, Friday, do this, and he's got that hologram thing and he's like sussing it out, just playing around, and he's like, oh my God, we can do it.
Holy shit.
Holy
it can-
shit.
It actually
yeah, we can
exists.
do it. That, again, I've said this 1,000 times, needed to happen, you know, to get him on board, but it was also very, like, basic. If they went into great detail and explaining what he's doing and how he's done it, was cool, but it was also very, very basic. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, put that there and invert that and do that, and oh my God. So
This
yes,
can work.
you get the premise of it. So you get the idea. Yeah, he was fluffing around and he's got it right, nailed it. But at the same time, you're like, I have no idea what he was doing. Maybe they could have made like the hologram something familiar that we've seen.
Yeah.
Like the quantum realm portal or something, because all it was just a little donut looking thing, you know. And we're like, okay. Again, you understand what that scene was, but you kind of just... am I making any sense? Or am I just,
Yeah, it does.
Like, it just needed to... You could have put something in there that was more...
Make it different than anything else. Like, actually make it, like, unique.
something. Yeah, like, it was just really basic. Like, and then he's like, I figured it out. And you're like, okay, cool. So you're
Within
on
hours,
board.
he
and-
just went, I was going to see if it works.
Yeah,
Holy
like...
shit, it does.
Yeah, if they stretched it out too much longer, it would have just dragged on and it would have been stupid. So there was no winning there for me. There's no winning, but
Yeah.
that's a con. But anyway, time travel, big thing. The massive fight scene, right, where Thanos is actually fighting and getting his ass kicked,
Yeah.
but then not. Not
And
getting
he just bounces back like two moves
yeah,
later.
like he's getting knocked down like before everyone comes back. Like it's just
made it equal.
Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America just smashing into him. And but like that's what everybody wanted to see. You know what I mean? Like everybody wanted to see, because before
An
in
even
Infinity
fight.
War he was just sort of sitting back trying to get these stones. You never really saw his ass getting handed to him or him actually in battle. So for him,
He never did.
no. So this is the first time we actually see right at the end of Endgame is him getting his ass handed to him.
But then he's also
But he's
dishing
also
it back.
yeah, but he's also not, because it just goes to show how strong he is. Which I thought that was done well too.
Yeah.
Like I thought,
This
right,
has
these
made
guys
it
are
an even playing
these guys are
field.
giving him everything he's got, and he's getting knocked down. But he's that strong and he's that determined, and especially now he's got that confidence because he knows he's done it before.
Yeah.
He knows, because this is the past Thanos. So he's come to the future and he knows that he's succeeded.
He's succeeded and he wants to make it
So,
happen.
That's right. So now I'm guessing he would have this sort of confidence about him. So that's why he's like, fuck you, and just keeps getting back up. And the fact that he smashes Captain America's shield, right?
Yeah.
He just hammers into it, and it's now half a shield. It's just insane.
And he just
happens
to have a sword in the next movie and doesn't have it in Infinity War.
Yeah, that's right.
His past self has an awesome weapon,
but he doesn't use it.
Doesn't use it in Infinity War.
Yeah.
But to be honest, he doesn't need it.
No, that's right. He wasn't really battling in Infinity War. He was just on that mission to get those stones.
Yeah, he was never actually in a major fight apart from on Titan. That was it.
That's right. So now he knows, and he's taking that beating, which was cool. I can't believe you missed this. I'm sure you've got it written down somewhere. Captain America getting the hammer.
Oh yeah, I've got it in here.
Yeah. Like just being worthy enough, and he's just like goes straight past Thor and just goes boom, and he just grabs it, and you're just like, holy shit!
I think that was always bound to happen.
Of course it was.
Age of Ultron, where he just lifts it, and I'm like, and you can see like that. I thought just going like, oh fuck,
shit, yeah. And he's just
shit.
The fact that when he picks it up and he just like chills, literal chills, like just knew it, and then it just cuts to Thor, just be like, I knew it. Awesome. That just
one thing I loved and I missed out was the scene where they're all standing up on the thing going, oh, has he done anything? He's like, nope, absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And you can hear like the eerie soundtrack and you hear that low part of the piano just go like do-do-do-do. I'm like, oh.
And he's just sitting there.
He starts talking like, he starts like, where did all this events happen?
Yeah.
Back to me. And I'm like, going,
it just, everything.
Yes.
I am inevitable. It was fantastic.
I thought I'd also add into this.
Yeah.
Moment of the movie. This is my I'm gonna add this in because I thought every movie we should do is make a favourite scene. I've got two.
All right.
The first appearance of Ronan.
Okay.
I liked how it just cuts back. You don't really see him, but you see like the carnage that he does.
Yeah.
And he's just going like full on, doesn't give a shit, cold blooded, just killing everyone.
Yeah.
All the bad people. You see the guns firing, and then the fight scene where he's there going like, Thanos took everything from me, just bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And like you just see him standing over the guy he's killed.
Yeah.
And like you see Nat just like going, we got like, we found a way, and he's like, don't give me hope.
Yeah.
Don't give me hope. I was like, oh, that's cool. I want to see more of Ronan in his show that's coming out.
Yeah.
I've always liked Ronan, like the whole aspect of it. He's going after the bad people.
Yeah,
like going after like all the mafias and mobs and all that.
Yakuza.
Yakuza or whatever they're called.
Yakuza.
Another one, I think it's probably on yours, is obviously the Shining Golden Circle scene. When you see Captain America stop and you can hear Sam Wilson going,
oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. You're like, what? Yeah, you tell me how that.
He's like, on your left. And he just starts flying in. Yeah. The next thing you know, you see him all rock up. I was going,
it gives you the, I had tingles all the way.
I had
all the way
full
through. I was
nerd
just,
mode, full on, just going,
oh my god,
and then you see,
because you know what I loved about that, you forget that he snapped everyone back. It happened so quick, right? That
you're just waiting for everyone to
come back. And then all of a sudden you're like, boom, Thanos is back. And you're like, oh shit, this is going on. And you forget that he's just brought everyone back. Like they touched on it with the phone ringing. You're like, it happened so quick that you forget.
You forgot about it until
that.
Voice.
So they totally just misguided you.
All the golden circles appear. You see, like the music to it just made it all heroic.
Of course, yeah.
And then you see like Spider-Man, like when you see Peter Quill fly in. I was like, Peter Quill.
Yeah.
And then you see Spider-Man fly in, it kind of focused on him.
And
I'm like, yes, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. And then you see everyone come back, and then you hear the music just back, you hear everyone.
And you got that big army coming through as well.
And the famous, the words that everyone wanted to hear for a whole 10 years. Avengers Assemble.
Yeah.
Then you just hear, right.
But it was subtle too. Like if you didn't know, like younger people that would have seen that wouldn't understand the Avengers Assemble thing.
That was for the nerds.
The massive nerd people that were fans. Like, exactly. That
just love it.
Because it was real subtle too. Because he's like, Avengers Assemble. And you're just like, oh shit.
And then it just started happening, and all the fights that happened. And do you know what I loved was the bit where you see Ant-Man, Giant Man just comes out.
Running real slow.
He's got Hulk and Rocket on
him.
And,
out of the rubble,
And you just see Rocket on the back of War Machine just going
dangle it off.
Even I was like, this is awesome. Well, that's my moment of the movie. They were my two favorites. So
I may not agree with the first one, but the second one definitely. So when they all come back in those portals, that's I loved I wouldn't say it's a moment of the movie, but I love that part where Peter comes back and he finally gets to talk to Tony again, and he's like, I must have blacked out because I was there, and I came back and I was like, for 5 minutes, and I woke up and you were gone, and Doctor Strange was there, and he said, come on, it's been 5 years, but it's been like 5 minutes. And like,
he's doing his circle thing.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
Oh, what are you doing?
He's just like,
Oh, this is nice.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He
Gives him
hugs
a
him. He's like,
hug.
oh, yeah, this is nice. Like,
Oh,
yeah, I love that. Like, because you get that vibe that Peter is that son that Tony never had, you know, and it's just, he has that,
Well,
that
it's
relationship.
kind of the
with
father
him.
that Peter never had.
Yeah, well, yeah,
He
either
never
or.
know his parents.
Yeah. So, yeah, I love that.
It was a hard moment.
Yeah, but other than, for moment of the movie, no, I have to totally agree.
No, the golden circles.
Yeah, because
I think that
that's-
was everyone's
that's
moment of
just-
the movie.
That's all you ever wanted. Like over the course of that whole movie, you just wanted people to come back. Like it was so sad, and then as soon as they do, it hit you with all the feels. Like you just had all the emotions.
Made
just
you
come back
want to
to
get up and start
and
going.
just
"Ah!"
going, like yeah, it was just I can't even describe it.
It was just-
Actually again last night when I watched it, I've seen this movie about 5 or 6 times now, and again I got that same feeling. That
every
exact
time you watch
same
it-
feeling, it doesn't go away.
It doesn't. You
Like,
just still get that.
You
I feel
become
like
numb to the snap, and you become numb to the build up in Endgame. But that one scene on your left, and then the portals just opening up,
and you see everyone just come in.
You
You,
just-
still get that
same feeling you had the
pumped
first
up
time you seen it
motion,
in the
and
movie.
you're just like,
It's exactly every single time I've watched it, I get that feeling every single time.
And I'm gonna
And
add
that
this.
is some insane cinematography if you can do that.
I've only had a tear come out in 2 movies.
Oh, I don't want to talk about this. I'm not ready to talk about this.
Because I'm going to mention this in my performance in the movie. There's only 2 moments I have actually ever choked up and a tear has come out of my eye. It was one, Bridge of Terabithia. You can't, like, anyone that's seen that movie.
You know, I
you
haven't seen that.
Like a 2-year-old girl.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's a good movie to watch with the kids.
Yeah, right.
So I am giving my MVP of the movie. I'm giving it actually 2.
Okay.
2 people. One, Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye / Ronan. I thought he was like, they've pretty much, I think the Russo brothers just went, let's just put him in a main spotlight, because I don't think he ever has. Like, you ever watch any movie, he's never been a main character.
No, never.
And I think with this, he actually was a main character in this. Like, he was a very focal point. Like, he did lose a lot, and he was actually probably the one who lost the most out of everyone.
Yeah, lost the whole family.
He lost his whole family, his whole life. He's turned his back. He's lost Nat in it before his own eyes. She sacrificed herself before him. He tried to stop it. He saved the gauntlet. He got it back to where it was meant to be.
Yeah, up top, yep.
I think I'm giving him my MVP, but I have
Wow.
to give a very special mention. The scene that has made me bawl like a 5-year-old girl every single time I have watched
every
it.
time, yep.
A tear has dropped from my eye, and
Yep.
especially the scene was Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man for one simple reason: I am Iron Man. And doing
Perfect.
the snap.
Perfect.
And him
Which
dying.
is just total homage to the original when he's like, I am Iron Man.
He's just the first superhero. He was the first movie to be ever done.
Yep.
The whole title of the movie, Tom Holland thought it was a wedding. It was a funeral.
Yep.
The funeral still gets me, especially when he's there talking on the chair.
Yeah,
talking
the
to everyone,
hologram.
and he says, I love you 3,000. You can see his
Yeah.
daughter like just almost bawling her eyes out.
Yep.
And when I think he has Happy, and he's sitting next to her, and he goes, well, what do you want to eat? And she's like,
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. I just went,
Yeah.
oh, don't. And
It was so well written. It was
bawling my eyes
was
out.
so well
Because I
written.
tried it so hard to hold this in the theater because
I didn't. Oh, man, I bawled.
Oh no, I used every bit of muscle to do it, and then I got in the car and I sat there for like 2 minutes, like silence. And she's like, Tegan's looking
trying
at me
to comprehend
going,
what's going
My wife
on.
was looking at me going, "Come on, man, this is the movie. If
Yeah.
you don't cry
No.
at our wedding,
Yeah. But you cried this.
you cry at this, we're gonna have a talking to it." And I'm like, "Oh no, I will," but still, that
Man.
was hard.
That was so hard. That
And
was so
Even
hard.
she
And I-
knew, because I love these movies and I love them, and she knew like that was hard to watch for me, like to see. I love
I'm
Iron
going to
Man.
tear up now just talking about it.
Stop it. It was very hard, and it was just like to see him go, and then you see all the characters in the black suits, and they're all just
Yeah.
and then when she laid down, and the
Laid
nice
it,
soft
yeah.
music, and you hear like the floating with the
Proof
flowers.
Tony has a
and
heart.
proof that Tony Stark has a heart. And
Yeah.
I went, oh, that was from the first movie.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. It was heartbreaking. Hey,
But-
I bawled in the cinema, and I still cry every time. I fucking cried last night.
I did. Tegan,
I cried last night when I watched
Tegan
it.
rang me up after I watched it. And she's like, "Oh, what's wrong? You sound alright?" I'm like, I just watched Endgame.
It's
She's
so
like,
hard
she
to
just
watch.
went, "Really again?"
But going back to that scene where where he dies, he does it so well. Like, he's a very good actor. Like, Robert
he
Downey
is.
Jr. is a very creditable actor.
I don't know if you've
Where-
seen Doolittle yet.
I don't know. I haven't.
Apparently, he was shit.
But yeah,
it was very bad.
But that scene where he's just sort of looking around and just dazed, and I wasn't huge on the "you can rest now"
Yeah.
bit. That was a bit like she had to say something, but I don't know.
I think Spider-Man's reaction got me more. I think
Oh,
when Peter
definitely.
Parker starts
Definitely.
like, "Oh, we done it, we done it, we done
yeah,
it." He's like,
we won.
It's the start. He starts bawling his eyes out. And I'm like,
yeah.
no.
He plays such an innocent character, doesn't he? Like Tom Holland's Spider-Man is
He's
just
so
so
young,
innocent
he looks
and
so,
just
like,
so
childish.
yeah. He just doesn't understand. He's like a 5-year-old. Like, he just doesn't understand what's going on around him.
And then when he goes back to school and you still hear the
But he's
music
like-
play, and then like he's still there talking,
Yeah.
and like you still hear Tony talking, and then you see him and his mate.
Oh yeah.
And they
In
see
school,
each
yeah.
other and they start like doing the handshake and
yeah.
they hug each other. And like,
Yeah.
oh, that's
Yeah.
just hitting. It's just tugging on the
It's
heartstrings
so-
right now.
Yeah,
Stop
it did it so well.
That-
Like,
that's you
I don't think
cut
there was a
me.
dry eye in the house, man. And I think that was the plan too. Like, they made that and went, yeah, we're gonna really
just
get
hit
people
everyone.
with this. Hey.
That if you didn't, to be honest,
Like-
anyone that didn't cry in this movie, you're a heartless bitch.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I did because like I
That
said, there's
was-
only 2 movies that I've ever bawled my eyes
that was
out.
so
them two.
sad. Oh man, I hate watching it. That, and there's another one which I want to do a show on, is Logan. I can't bring myself to watch Logan again.
Nah, I wasn't too upset about it.
Really?
I didn't cry.
Man,
I didn't
that got me
cry.
probably more than this.
No, I did. I kind of was like,
Like-
that was a good way for him to end, but I was more like, with that, I was more like, it was pretty freaking brutal.
I love that movie, man. I
I
think
thought
it's
it was great.
great. Anyway, sorry, yes, we're going off again. That scene where they pan across at the funeral too, with everyone there, just perfect. Like, it was simple. It was really, really simple, but it was really good. Like, I thought that it did well.
And another thing I kind of a little bit bad about, you know how at the end, you just see Nick Fury at the end.
Yeah.
Has no part of it. He's been in
No.
since like the first
No, but he got
Avengers film.
snapped. He got.
I know he got snapped, but they could have added him a little bit more and had a bit.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Nick
They
Fury's the director of Shield.
Yes, was, but no, he doesn't. He didn't need it. Like, you get it. Like, all that needed to happen was he's back. That's all they needed.
Talking scene with him. I would have added him to see even if
I bet you didn't like the. I bet you didn't like the scene where Captain Marvel's standing on the stairs.
Yeah,
though,
why did
either.
she get the center of the stairs? Huh? I reckon Brie Larson's like, no, I'm going to stand up in the stairs. No, bitch.
But like, the way they did it was like people closest to Tony through to people that he didn't really have anything to do with. Did you notice that?
Did
Like,
you even notice there was somebody else in there that was a
Yes.
big part of it? You know, the kid
The
from
kid.
Iron Man 3 that was in there.
Yeah,
I
the
never got
boy.
that. I never got that until after I movie, and I went, that kid looks so
Who was
familiar.
that? Yeah.
And then I remembered it was the young boy
Oh, you
from
figured it
Iron
out
Man-
yourself. I had to Google it.
No, I remembered it was the boy from Iron Man 3 because I remembered the look on his face, and I went, where the fuck was he? And I went, oh, Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
That's right, because he was a really
kid.
he actually connected with him more than anything, and I went, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I was just, and then you
When I
see-
first watched it, I didn't notice. The second time I went to the movies and watched it, I noticed him, and I was like, "Who the hell is that?" And then I Googled it, and I was like, "Ah,
There
right,
you
that's
go.
cool. That's cool. So good."
Another bit I'm gonna give, like I'm saying, like a little moment of the movie, and I'm just gonna have this as a little honorable mention.
Mm-hmm.
Was when they're in the Guardian ship and they're like,
Who's captain?
"Who's captain?" Like, you both should
Oh,
fight for the leader.
yeah.
for the honor of captain. No,
the
I'm
honor
the
of
leader.
leadership.
No, I'm the leader. No, he goes.
Of course, we all know who the leader is.
We all know who the leader is.
He's like,
it's me.
me. Yeah, of course it is. Yes, of course it is.
And he's like, of
It's
course,
just,
of course.
of course.
I'm gonna give that
you
as a
say
roll.
you say that, but then you touch my map.
Like,
Yeah, like they had to throw that in there. Like, I cannot. I'm so stoked for Guardians 3 because that's going to be so good.
I'm glad. I'm
It's going to
excited
be
for it.
awesome.
Well, your MVP of the movie?
You know who I should say? I should say Brie Larson. Just oh, the stare. Oh, that just
You wanna
pierced my
punch in the
soul.
mouth?
That just pierced my soul. That
She did
that-
nothing in that movie.
I should-
Nothing. The only thing she did was get Tony back to Earth. That's the only
Hey, that's a
movie they
pretty
did.
important part.
No, I don't give
that's
a shit.
a very important part.
I don't
You
give
know
a
what?
shit.
I'm gonna say.
No.
I'm gonna say Captain Marvel.
I hate you. You know what?
No, okay, no. No, I'm going to give it Robert Downey Jr. as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's a better answer.
Because, yeah, no, like, that killed me.
You're about to get a freaking cast
Killed
in the
me.
head by me.
That just killed me. So, no, for sure.
Right, well, I'm going to give a rating, and it's the first time ever in Just Add Movies I am
Oh my
giving
God.
this movie a big old fat 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I'm giving it a big... I am giving it a big, and I'm only going to do this for ever big, like 10 out of 10 movies. I'm giving this a big old whammy.
Whammy.
Whammy. That is the only, like, there's like, I don't think I've ever given it a bloody...
No, I've never heard you give it 10.
No, I've always...
Never
this is
heard
going to
you
be
give
a
it
10 out of 10. I loved every second of it. I loved everything. The
Can't fault
music
it.
was right. The CGI was correct, apart from Mark Ruffalo.
I was going to say, it was a big old thing about the Hulk there.
And if they added any more about Captain Marvel, I would have given it a 9.5. Like, I literally would have. No,
That's funny, yeah.
No, Brie Larson, go screw yourself.
Let's do one on Captain Marvel, I think.
No. Oh, you know what? I would do it because I was named everything that's wrong with that movie.
There would be plenty to talk
Brie
about.
Larson.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna go the same as Endgame. Endgame, Infinity War. I'm gonna give it a 9. Yeah, I loved it. But like anything, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if there's such a thing as a 10 out of 10 for me because it depends on what aspect you're looking at it. But 9 out of 10, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Got me. I laughed. I cried. I got angry.
That's the reason why I gave it a 10 because this movie
was
actually
everything.
made me cry.
It was everything. It was done brilliantly.
Brilliantly.
So well done to the Russo brothers.
Well done.
Or Russo
to
brothers, whatever they are.
Marvel Studios. Well done to Disney, who have just absolutely nailed it in 2019.
They did all
Like,
right.
they had a lot
They
of
did
good
all
shit
right.
happening, and they made a buttload of money, and majorly because of this
More,
movie.
yeah, we did.
This movie just like paid everyone's salary.
Yeah, for like 12 years.
Yeah, so everyone's good. So well done to them.
That's it.
I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen.
We're done. We're
So
out of
that's
here.
episode 4. Tom Holland thought it was a wedding. My name is Darcy.
I'm Andy, and this is Just Add Movies.
It's a typo.